Hey, what up, my friends? Brodie Nero here. Welcome to brodienero.tv on YouTube. Another video, some cool content to help you advance your journey as a DJ and producer. As an aspiring artist myself, I'm doing everything I can to connect with artists that are more successful than me or people that work in the industry, learn and grow and accelerate my own career, and thus sharing the information here and helping us all move forward together. So thanks for being here. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And do me a favor and leave a comment below this video with what you think about it, because I want to keep making stuff that other people enjoy. So that being said, today let's talk about how I got signed to arguably one of the biggest Afro house labels out right now, which is called Make the Girls Dance, created by Hugel and operated by himself and the one and only Wani Bravo. So if you've been following this channel and myself for a little while, you can see that there's some obvious connections here. I've had Wani Bravo here on the channel. He did a podcast with me. He also played at one of my events. We recorded his DJ set, which is on this channel. I'll put the links maybe here and here so you can watch either video. And then, of course, I was so fortunate enough to get a 1-hour conversation with the one and only, the man himself, Hugel. So yes, there are some connections here, but I'm going to explain to you why connections in the industry and in life in general don't mean anything if you don't have the right stuff to work with and you're not the right person. So let's get into this. So I'll give you a quick backstory. We booked Wani Bravo to play my Tuesday party, She's With Us, which is a recurring party every week that happens in Miss Fish, Bali. So my connection and relationship started with him then. We did our best to host him well. Again, we made some great content with him, and to be honest, some really important stuff that I learned from him was mindset and professionalism and lifestyle habits in this industry. And I have to give a massive shout out to Wani, because he's the reason that I've been able to abstain from alcohol for almost 6 months now and have no desire to go back. So that was a huge gem from him. And I encourage anybody that's working in this nightlife space to really manage these habits, because even though we're around all of this toxic type stuff, I didn't realize I was going to talk about this, but even though we're around all of this stuff, it can really hinder your progress and your longevity in this industry. So be mindful of that stuff. So long story short, we booked Wani, built the connection there, and then he came 2 months later and he brought Hugel, and we had Demo perform at my night She's With Us for the 2-year anniversary. So you can imagine we're in Miss Fish, Bali. I'll plug in some of the footage here. We're having dinner. It's me, Hugel, his entire writing camp, his producer team that he works with sometimes, Wani, again, Demo, and my friends and family. And it was just an epic night connecting, and that's what led to the podcast. So this is how my connection and affiliation started with the label. And from that point on, even before the whole music and sign the record thing came, I'm a man and a believer that in this music industry, we need to support where we can. It's hard for artists to make money. So whenever new records come out on Make the Girls Dance, I buy them on Beatport. I don't bootleg any music, straight up. I'm either getting it from other artists because they're sharing demos and promos, or I'm going on beatport.com and buying nice, high quality music files that I can work with. So let's talk about the record that got signed. So the song is called Get Down, and how this song Get Down happened was I connected with another producer named SGX via Instagram. And I said this in a previous podcast with Bun Zappa. It's a really good interview. You should watch it. I'll put the link here to watch it. And we connected on Instagram. I sent him some stems, and he's also close friends with another amazing DJ producer, Dave Ruthwell. And we all worked on this project together, and it got signed to Make the Girls Dance. It comes out, I believe, November 27th, 2025 of this year. So super grateful that this happened. Now, what I want to talk about here is the approach to the song. We've been carefully following and analyzing what Make the Girls Dance has been putting out. We listen to DJ sets that are played by Hugel and artists that are on the record label. We listen to songs that come out on the label on a weekly basis, and we said to ourselves, how can we put together a record that we know is going to be tailored and fit this label? And, you know, without going into too much detail, that's exactly what we did. We, again, analyzed all of these things, and we used that feedback and information to go into our DAWs and start building out a song that would fit the label. Fast forward, we completed the project, we submitted it to the label, and here we are, it's signed. And I'm super grateful for this. I feel that this release is going to help push my career forward by brand association with such a big label. But a couple of important key points I want to share here. Even though I made these huge industry connections with people of power, influence, etc., all of this would be irrelevant if we didn't have the right product. Just because you know this person and they can do that for you, they can't just do something for you if you don't have the right things or you're not the right person, at least in my opinion. So if we didn't have a record, if we didn't do the market research and the due diligence to make sure that we make a record that we think can fit this label perfectly, it's not like I would just submit the record to make the girls dance and they would sign it. No, they have a formula, they have a sound, they're super particular, and they're in the position that they're in right now, being one of the best Afro house labels in the world right now because of their process and what they're doing. So again, it all falls on great music, and of course, great connections can be helpful, but I would say great opportunities and great connections tend to manifest and come to people that are the right person and in the right place doing the right thing. In closing, the last thing I want to say is that every week, full disclosure, I'm submitting tracks via TrackStack to these labels, trying to get them signed, some getting signed, more getting declined, and I'm on this hustle like everything else. I really hope that the information in this video helped you understand what it takes to get signed to a bigger label, and I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Much love.